What's going on, Toller Team, and welcome to the start of a brand new series. A brand new series that I'm calling Indie Talk. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of smaller directors, smaller writers, and production companies that have these really great ideas, and they just don't have all the funding that these mega blockbusters get. And a lot of the time, these smaller guys, they've got some really good fucking ideas. So what I'm going to do moving forward is once a week, I got to figure out how I'm going to do it, where I'm going to do it. I just got to figure all that. But once a week, I plan on reviewing an indie film just to try and get, just to get some projects names out there. And this hits on a personal level for me because one of my best friends is actually an aspiring filmmaker as well. And so, I got to do my due diligence. I got to help out the smaller guys in any way that I can. I'm a small time creator. They're small time, maybe these videos don't get a whole lot of views, but you know what? At the end of the day, I can say I at least tried to help out these awesome people that are trying to get their product out there. With that being said, the first review I'm going to do is from Showtown American Pictures, and it is called The Beast Comes at Midnight.
Will you just tell me that was your stomach, Mutt?
Not even on my best day.
Before I get into this, I'm going to let you guys know how I'm going to review this, okay? Since the budget on these smaller films are, the budgets they're smaller as well. They don't get a whole lot to work with. So I'm going to cut them quite a bit of slack on things like acting and effects. What I'm looking for specifically here is stuff that sticks out, and that's both positive and negative. But I'm really looking at the directing, the writing, and just, the overall plot and narrative. Are things interesting enough to keep your attention, even though some of the other things may be lacking? And I'd also like to give a thank you real quick to the Horror Scene on Facebook. And of course, the Beast Comes at Midnight, their Facebook page as well, because I was actually able to talk with them. They were very warm and welcoming. And I saw this film last year, and I was like, you know what? After talking to them, I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to get a review out there, because those guys were just awesome. They took every chance they could to engage with people that were on the page, people like me, fans, and I even saw a couple of actors from the film, and they were obviously engaging with them as well. So, and then last, before we get into this, I do want to thank you guys for supporting me. If you're new, like, subscribe. I ran out of breath right there, but The Beast Comes at Midnight. Let's get into this. The Beast Comes at Midnight is a 2023 horror film directed by Christopher Jackson and stars Eric Roberts, Michael Pear, Barbara Solova, I hope I didn't murder that, and Michael McKeever. The film takes place in Central Florida, in a town I believe it was called Gibsonton, if I'm not mistaken, but the production team made sure they drilled home, hey, this is Central Florida, we love Central Florida, and we're essentially following along with this very young, aspiring live streamer. And this streamer, he's in a weird shit. We've all been there, right? Like, is Bigfoot real or aliens real? Chupacabra and stuff like that. That's this kid, right? That's this kid. And he ends up launching like this holy crusade and trying to track down a local werewolf. And he actually enlists the help of quite a few people in the community, including a couple of teenagers and the manager, owner. The guy runs the place. It's an oddity museum. He runs an oddity museum.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
The biggest positive, the thing that stuck out to me the most, was what director Christopher Jackson was able to do with this film. Despite the low budget, the cinematography, the framing, the angle, the overall direction, that's what directors do. It was absolutely beautiful. There's actually one particular shot that stuck out to me the most towards the beginning of the film, where we're taking down this sprawling Central Florida river right before arriving to our group of werewolf hunting kids. And the film does a fantastic job of using vantage points. The majority of the time, we don't see the beast at all, but we do see through its eyes before and after attacks. Not only does something like that help from a budgetary standpoint, because the production team told me that they had about $250,000 to work with this film, but it does add an extra layer of suspense. You know, think about, matter of fact, here we go. Think about Jaws, what Steven Spielberg was able to do when he was filming from the vantage point of the shark. That's what you're going to get here too, before and after attacks. I'm actually going to list the acting as a positive as well. You know, Eric Roberts and Michael Paré, they do what they do, right? They're veteran actors. They're fantastic. But I've got to get a slight, you know, tip of the cap to Michael McKeever, who plays the main character of Tough. I think he did a fantastic job of leading this film. And the thing is, people forget, like a lot of these A-list actors that we know of nowadays, they actually got their start in horror. Yeah, this guy, yeah. He didn't start off as a pirate. Oh, and this one? Yeah, Superman? Nah, he started out here. So here's hoping that Michael McKeever is able to use this film to get some more projects, to get some more working time, because I think he did a great job leading the film. Now, the biggest glaring negative behind this film, it's the writing, okay? The plot, fine. Character development, pretty damn good. But the dialogue between the characters? Nah, man. No. It seems to be a common trend in movies nowadays, big or small, that writers just don't know how to create dialogue between characters that seem organic and natural. You know, like something someone would actually say to another person. People don't say stuff like, "Let's ride. You got the need for speed. Get back here, you mangy beast." I halfway expected our cast of characters right there in like the final act, the third act, to just start yelling, "Evil dies tonight." That's where I was at with it.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight!
Now, should you check out The Beast Comes at Midnight? Yeah, actually, I think you should. I think you should check it out on passion alone, because just seeing these guys all over social media, trying to engage with fans, trying to engage with the audience, the community, you can just tell that there's so much passion in this, that they tried really hard. They're just trying to get their product out there. And, you know, to horror fans, that's a big deal, because we feel like a lot of horror films are just kind of regurgitated out there. There's so many remakes. There's stuff that's very unoriginal. So to see a studio, you know, not just paying for ads on Facebook or on Instagram, but literally going on these horror pages and engaging with people, that means so much.
We happy? Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
So yeah, check it out. It's on Prime Video. It's $3. It's like an hour and a half of your time. I promise you're going to like it. And just remember, okay, just remember, it is a small time film, okay? Cut them a little bit of slack, focus on the idea. You know, the direction and the main character, our lead actor, Michael McKeever, was absolutely stellar, but just know that when it comes down to the dialogue, things are gonna get a little muddy. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for checking out my review. I'll talk to y'all later.